Hello, I am Andrew Cooper. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Zachary Eric Federbush, or Zack for short. This is my work, and welcome to the show. Here's 58 pieces of my work, all from different years. I work with a lot of acrylic work, which are based off of characters, words, colors, and everything else in between. I've been painting since 2012. I've been doing artwork all my life, but I've been painting since then. I just love to create, and I'm appreciative about the show, and want to thank, Gems and the people of the place to let me show my work, and we could walk and talk if you want to. Can I? I try to work as much as I can for anything. Like with skateboards I found, or people have given me. Most of them have been given it to me. I've made only 10 so far, but I've made a lot of them characters because I had a very lonely childhood growing up. This is the part where you say, ah. No, but for real, I did have a lonely childhood, so I made my own friends up, and I created my own character, and I never stopped. So in a way, these are all my friends. And I kept making them. Everyone here is from different series, different years and everything, and it's nice just to combine them together because, friends, like other friends, like some friends become other friends, and it's a whole different meaning from different timelines and everything. I love words because like this one, and these two are song lyrics, by the way. I love songs a lot. One of them is Elvis Costello, but I love the power of words because words hold onto something, you know what I mean? They captivate. It could start a revolution if it needs to. It can be anything. So I just love writing on words. Sometimes I'll just write a lot. I'll just write things that I'll make jokes about. Like my dad was a little bit strict sometimes, so I made jokes about rules, and so this one's about rules about the city. And then I'll write some stuff that I just like having a joke about, like you will laugh, you will cry, you will punch someone in the face, trying to be humble. And then I want to go different approaches with my colors because I love colors, as you see. I just love the use of colors. It's important because each color has like a purpose, a story. Like here, this, like without this, it tells a story. I got stuck in Canada, and this was the last good memory I had with a certain special somebody. But I just paint just to create for fun. I also paint just to get my ideas out and stuff. And even though I joke around a lot, which I do a lot, it's very hard to express myself at times. So I just try to make anything I can, which works in a way, but at the same time, it's hard to make it work. It takes a few tries, I'm trying to say. Like this abstracts, like I did it for a while. They were great. Then I started a different one, and then I just stopped because I believe the artist shouldn't be one thing. There should be multiple things, or not one. Like, because like everything, we evolve, we create, we decide to become something else. And I just want to show people, which has 58 pieces of work, by the way, in here, that I'm not one thing. I just want to be known for multiple things. And in a way, this whole thing, every single painting is like a breathing work in itself when you enter the room. I love this. So next time I'm going to take one that's this size and do like 8 of them, but bigger and more details on the faces, like with acne and whatnot. But that's in the future. That's in the future. So this one and the Earth one are precursors way for these guys. So I started these random thoughts, ideas of doing whatever, just build on it. And so I stopped at 2018, and then about after, like at the end of 2020, I started on this series. I really thought about it because I evolved, like I said, but I also matured and wanted to think things through. That's spiritual, value, humanity, luck, creativity. And they're all themes about the different works. And I think, like, for me, it's like a painting in itself, each section. But I just, have a lot of thoughts about it. Like, like for humanity, what are we? What are we made of? What are our beliefs? What are our soul? Like, what defines humanity? Our values are different depending on the people. Some want more physical, some more, non-physical. I'm sorry, that was a bad word to use, but it's like each one I took the time and thought. This one took like 6 to 7 months to think of. The smaller ones took about a month, and then the second bigger ones took about 3 months. But I was more narrow-minded, more thought in the process than the others. But I am thinking of going back to certain series again, like the abstract paintings, but and also the Green Woman too. Do that like almost like more realistic, but who knows? But I just love to create, because why not create? You know what I mean? All artists should start creating, and a dead artist is the one that stops creating. I mean, you could have periods of not like create, take a break, reset, find like new ideas and stuff. But if you like just give up and stop painting, what else? And that's what I believe. Like, if I stop creating, what am I also good for? I also love to fill up the walls, because I hate white walls. I hate empty walls. It's because growing up, there was like my parents' house, they had pictures and stuff, but hardly anything. And so for me, I like to fill up anything, like all the walls with like a lot of work. Like during my grad school years, I had posters, not just hanging up on the wall space, in the ceiling too, because I want to like cover everything. I believe that like all art should be like covered, like not like one out of one. Like I believe in the salon style, and I believe if like you fill up every space you can, because otherwise, why make the work? But my process is, these guys, the characters, are the in-betweeners. Like when I make the works like these, the bigger ones, the different series, I have a lot of these guys around, so I can, in between when I need to think, make up a character, and then if I get an idea, I'll make it up on the bigger paintings again, which is part of my thought process, which I also, by the way, paint in Bushwick for the last 5 years. But I've been a Brooklyn artist for 8 years. I painted in Gowanus before that, and I painted in Greenpoint before that. And then before that, I was in Savannah in college. Good school. But on a serious note, sorry, I joke a lot because, it's such a serious world. And I want to thank Alexia for everything. She's been a great supporter and it's a great friend. Keep creating. That's my only advice. Never stop creating. If you don't stop creating.